live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, so they're just hell-bent on having this All-Star game. And they want to do it in Atlanta, which makes me feel like it's time for me to just pack up my stuff and leave. Because Atlanta, since I don't know that Atlanta ever shut down. I don't know that they did. Everything is going on down here. I try to stay in the house as much as possible. But now they want to bring the All-Star game to Atlanta.
Yeah. So we talked about this sometime last week a little bit. And since then, the Super Bowl took place.
Right.
So I was hoping, people are going to stay home. But when I saw how they did for the Super Bowl, I said, this is about to be a mess in Atlanta. This is about to be a mess in Atlanta. It's money over everything, I guess, because they get to choose whether they play or not, right? Because I'd be like, I'm not coming.
Oh, well, no. So I want to say, who did they interview? De'Aaron Fox. They interviewed him and said,
he's been real vocal.
Yeah. He said, we get fined if we get chosen. We just decide not to come.
I'm the money over my life. You can have that money. I'm gonna give it to you. You got it. I'm good.
I was thinking to myself, that money probably was going to get spent at Magic City anyway. So
eating lemon pepper Lou. Yeah.
That's why they're going. They're going for the lemon peppers. Malcolm,
we have this conversation every time. We know they're not there for the lemon peppers.
It's possibly
some legs, but it ain't got wings and legs and thighs, but it ain't got nothing to do with chicken.
Right. And Atlanta's possibly the worst city they could have it besides Los Angeles. So, to me, the players aren't interested, and it's not going to be that many fans if they do go through this. And I just don't understand it. I don't think they should do it, but it's all about the money. So
it's money. Yeah.
Yeah. It just really doesn't make sense. I think ultimately it's not going to happen. It's not. I think enough players. So the one thing I can say about, not even the one thing. We talk about Adam Silver all the time on this show, and about how he's just next level when it comes to commissioners. The one thing I can say is he listens to his players, and unless there is something that is causing some type of contractual obligation for them to get this All-Star game out, I think he'll ultimately cancel it because of how the players feel about it.
Yeah. When your GOAT, essentially right now, we can say the greatest player to be playing on the planet, right? Yeah. Right now.
Ever.
Right now. We won't go there. We won't be ugly in front of company right now. He even is like, have zero interest. I'm not excited. Zero energy about it. So the thing is, it doesn't even make sense to have this whole weekend go on if they're gonna be forced to be here, and they're gonna do or be there and participate in things, and I don't know another way to say half-heartedly.
Right.
Because there's no interest in being here. It's already a struggle to watch these games because for me, as a true fan, that's a joke. It's just a joke. You just watching to see your people because you like to see them. It's not for real. None of that stuff other than the skill competitions are even exciting to watch. So if if the only reason it's fun is because they're silly and they're having fun and you're enjoying watching them have fun. So if you take fun away, what are you left with?
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, to me, the All-Star Weekend is about the fans being able to have the opportunity to engage with the players and all the extracurricular stuff that they have going on around the city. But if you can't do any of that stuff, then to me, it just seems pointless. And as you said, none of the players seem excited about it. So it just seems like a waste of time and what would be a waste of money too.
Yeah. So hopefully, Adam, we believe in you, Adam.
Yes.
We believe you're going to do the right thing.
Yes.
You're going to do the right thing, and you're going to say no to this. We're not going to have this happen.
He's usually on the right side of history. So,
come on, sir. We need you to get this together. Yeah. So, okay.
All right, let's jump into this KD story. And
man,
to me, this is the reason I don't like the way that they handled this situation is because it was almost NFL-esque in the way that they handled it. You know what I'm saying? Like they said that KD could play.
Bryant-ish.
Yes. That's like exactly what I'm saying about.
Yeah.
So he was in the locker room, I believe, still around people, but they said that he had come into contact. I don't think he had tested positive, but he had come into contact. So was in the locker room, away from the team. And then they said that he had got the okay to play. He came out, played a quarter or two, and then they sent him right back in the locker room.
Because to me, at that point, it was too late.
Right.
He had already been around people.
He done breathed. He breathed on everybody out there on the court. So, what is the point again? Like, so you should have just stopped the entire game and said everybody, because at that point, contact tracing, everybody had been contacted. What's the point?
Right.
He had 3 negative tests in a row. He just had been around that person that afternoon.
Right.
It seems like some of these NBA organizations be on the same moves the U.S. government is on.
Right.
They don't know what to do when it comes to COVID.
They don't. They don't. It's just it was a blunder, and his response was appropriate in my opinion. Even though I'm a huge proponent of not acting a fool, but I get where he was. The frustration level that he had was apparent, and it should have been.
Wait, did he say something past free me?
Well, that's acting a fool. Really, come on, man.
Free KD.
Free KD. Yeah. So no, but yeah. But it's just, I don't know. If y'all are gonna panic and freak out like this, and just don't do it. I'm still on that page. I'm still like, if we gotta freak out and carry on, like, you shouldn't be doing it. Just don't do it. Everybody go home, sit down, be still. Everybody, like, for real.
It was really a PR move, you know what I'm saying? Because at the point of, it was a PR move, but then we also we gotta continue this game. We gotta play this game because there's money on the line here. So I don't know. They just botched it.
Botched it. Again, if money on the line, then just at this point he's already contacted all of these people. So what does it matter? Right. Leave him out there. The only people who knew that he had been in contact with somebody who possibly had a positive test were the people that made the decision. Nobody would have known until the game was over with if you had just left him out there, since you didn't care to stop the game anyway. Is my point. If you were so concerned about people and their contact with somebody who was possibly positive, then everybody, it should have just been, the game is over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period. At that point. Period. We don't have enough players left because everybody who was out here on the court with him at some point has to go to the locker room.
Right.
Period.
Quarantine.
Yes. That's it. It makes no sense. So yeah, it's just, this is a little weird, but yeah, I don't know. My thoughts on this whole thing anyway.
What?
Let's go home, sit down, be quiet. Everybody just chill out and let's get this thing truly under control so you can go back to having not crazy moments like this.
Right. Nah, that's real. I think a plan to, maybe not a full shutdown, obviously, but a plan to like get the threshold. I want to say it was like 70% of Americans vaccinated. Yeah. That plan to do that, and then just after that, slowly open things back up really would have just made sense. But I do understand that money makes this world go around, and they are going to make the decisions based off of that, which is unfortunate. But
And football just made it worse because you know how Malcolm, we've had this whole conversation about football and NFL and how they botched the whole thing up. But our thing was this fear of somebody, it was going to take somebody like their life being lost for them to shut it down, and it didn't happen. And so now I'm concerned, and now they're just like, oh, we good. We'll just take whatever comes. But I'm worried more about everybody's health going forward who's already contracted COVID and the things that they'll have to deal with. I mean, I have a personal person in my family whose COVID diagnosis has led to him having like heart problems.
Yeah.
And he's 30 something years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm more concerned about the after effects of it at this point. Y'all are just like, oh, well, nobody died. That's all their threshold. That was their threshold. Right. Nobody died, so we're good.
Yeah, and that's the thing we don't know yet. We don't know what the long-term effects will be. Everybody's concerned with just, getting through right now. But, think about how it's going to affect some of these student athletes who contracted COVID and how it's going to affect them the rest of their lives, and nobody's really having those conversations. So
right,
I agree.
Because people act like that kid from what was it, Penn State?
Oh yes, the football.
Yeah, player. like that didn't happen. The boy had to retire from football after having COVID. Come on, like y'all just gonna act like that didn't happen. So yeah, we'll see the fallout, I'm sure. But either way, we always have our NFL versus the NBA talk, and it's ratchet.
Right. Well, shoot, I don't know if we talked about baseball in a while, but we got a baseball story on here.
Yeah.
So Trevor Bauer is his entire salary for 2021 and 2022 is going to be more than the roster of the Pittsburgh Pirates. They just need to have I'm against the establishment. And so when I was about to say something about them needing to have a salary cap, I thought about it for a second, but only a few teams in baseball win. You'll have one outlier here and there. And I guess maybe it's like that in all sports, but like a small market team like the Pittsburgh Pirates, having such a small like payroll just isn't good for the sport.
Right. For it to be that big of a disparity that one individual could be making more money than an entire roster is a problem. Yeah. It's a problem. That disparity is too large. That's too big of a no.
Malcolm, so when you were playing ball overseas, right? How did they have salary caps?
To be honest, I have no idea if they, because the way that teams overseas operate is they're usually funded by the owner, who's usually somebody wealthy in the country, or they have sponsors from some of the partnerships that the team might have, as far as like car companies, things of that nature. So I think it varies from team to team, but I don't think they have like a cap. I don't think it's a cap.
Okay.
Overseas, as far as I know.
Preston.
So
no taxes either. So.
Oh, that's it right
that's
there.
Sweet. Look, that's sweet. Like that.
Tax-free money was good while it lasted.
Yeah, you can keep all your money. I like that. Yeah.
So the U.S. can't tax that money.
Nope.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to play ball overseas. I don't even care.
Right. That's why dudes be over there for years getting tax-free money, move their family over there and everything.
Oh man, that's
your lifestyle if you can make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No wonder. I have a person that I know, Kenny Gaines. I don't know if you know Kenny, but he plays overseas often. Okay.
Oh, he probably make sure he stays over there for a while.
Oh yeah. Lithuania places. I'm like, why would you go to Lithuania? But now I get it. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Oh, and I just looked it up. There's 3 teams that have rosters that make less than he makes.
And he makes
the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Baltimore Orioles, and the Cleveland Indians.
That's interesting. I feel like the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area probably has somewhere like the sixth or seventh, like largest media market. So that's
Baltimore
shocking.
and Cleveland ain't no like yeah. So yeah, interesting though.
So I guess we would have to look at if salary caps really create a competitive balance in, professional sports. Because
I don't know.
It seems odd that a team could have the same, salary as one player from another team.
You say insane. Like this is like $10 million less.
Oh. Okay.
For a whole squad. Then this man is gonna make in 1 year.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
I don't know if this is. I'm like this is the crazy. And we know if it follows anything like football does, it just keeps going up and up, right? The next best player is gonna get more than him. Oh, you talking about
as far as like, okay.
Yeah, the salary, it just, like who's up now for the NFL that they were talking about that their salary is going to be like something crazy. I can't remember.
Oh, Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, okay, yep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it just keeps going up and up. So what happens? Like, they got to be able to figure this out. I would be like, trade me tomorrow if I play for one of these teams. Bye.
What'll end up happening is like all the great players are just going to play in LA. Or New York,
big markets.
Yeah, because I guess I want to say it was. I feel like I was in high school when this happened too. A-Rod got that 10-year, $250 million contract, and that was like the biggest, of its time. And then a few years ago, Giancarlo Stanton got that $325 million contract.
That was psycho right there.
And it's like, okay.
What did what was his name? Byron Harper? Is that his name?
Harper from
Philly,
the Nationals. He got from Philly.
Yeah, what did he get paid? His was crazy too.
Yeah, his was crazy. I think he got 300 and something M's. Yeah. I think it was a little less than Stanton's, but he got 300 and something.
Yeah, he got paid.
Yeah, he got paid. And I hated to see him go.
Bryce Harper, that's his name.
Bryce Harper, yeah.
Right, yeah, okay.
I hated to see him go, but I mean, obviously he couldn't give the Nationals a haircut on the price. Like, I'm all for it. Go get your money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because these teams, like, when it's your time to go out, they not going,
they don't.
They're not gonna give you more money than than they should. So, but they ended up winning the championship the year that he left.
He left, yeah.
He had to be upset about it because he's not gonna win one in Philly.
Not at all.
He's not gonna win one, but
he gonna get paid though. So
that's
I guess
true.
Here
we go with that bag.
Do you want the money or do you need the ring? Like, I'm just saying, like.
That money don't buy happiness. I cry in the Ferrari.
Gosh, pretty much. Yeah, real talk. But this is crazy. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about this, but when I read it, I was like, oh, we have to talk about this because how does this even happen in professional sports?
I mean, those smaller market, like if you're not bringing in the same amount of revenue, because I mean, obviously, it's no revenue sharing in baseball. So if you're not bringing in the same revenue as one of, like a New York Yankees or LA Dodgers, then you're not going to be able to pay, your players those huge contracts.
Okay, well, somebody's going to say something to you, right? Because all this is like about the whole WNBA thing that we had this conversation about.
All right. So the WNBA conversation is a little bit different when we look at like the percentage of what the WNBA players are getting from the owners,
Right.
which is what I think is unfair.
Yeah.
But with this, because there is no revenue sharing, like the owners aren't only going to pay up to a point. I'm sure Pittsburgh would love to bring in the type of players that they could pay that money, but if you're not getting, that much money from the ticket sales and stuff like that, like you kind of got to scale down, which I'm sure they feel like is unfair.
It is unfair.
But I doubt the MLB will ever adopt a revenue sharing like deal like the NFL or the NBA.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. They greedy. I know.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.